State, where the legacy of the late, great Sam Mills lives on with each pound of the drum. And that means we are ready for football here at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Buffalo Bills taking on the Carolina Panthers. On the visitor's sideline, Bills head coach Sean McDermott. His guys, they should come in rested and ready off that midseason bye. His counterpart on the other side, the Panthers' Dave Canales. His guys ready to feed off the energy in this building as they try to win one in front of the home crowd. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Wishing he had a mulligan. That's not how you want to start the game.
Not at all, because not only do you give up the penalty and good field position, but it just kills the momentum of your team as you start a game.
McMillan. 4 yards the result of the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 45-yard line.
Young off the play fake. This is caught by McMillan. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive. So we just called his name on the previous snap, and they go right back to him, Charles, for a second consecutive completion.
Yeah, I think what we're discovering on this drive is that he feels like he has answers no matter what defense you throw up there. He reads it, finds the open spot, and is available for the completion.
They run here with Rico Dowdle. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
On the pickup brings up 2nd and 2. At the 34-yard line.
They run again with Dowdle. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Now we're in a first down pickup of 8.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
On the run, it's Dowdle. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. You don't see that a ton, do you? With a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Got a man, that's Leggett. Just a gain of a couple there. 3rd and 7 now. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. That one complete to Leggett. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
That's another Panthers first down. 1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
A running play, it's Dowdle. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
At the Bills' 7-yard line.
They go play action. Young. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Young will set to throw. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But it proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
A 24-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead. Well, they had the great field position to start that opening drive. They only get 3 out of it, but still they get 3. So maybe kind of a win for the offense, Charles, and kind of a win for the defense as well.
Yeah, I would say win-win seems to sum the whole thing up because where that ball was placed to start, that's tough on a defense, and they held them to 3. Now, if you're the offense, you're thinking to yourselves, how do we open up the playbook later on in this game and turn this 3 into 6s down the stretch?
Out comes the offense for the Bills, led by their quarterback at 6'5". That's Josh Allen.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really
his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. Young to throw it. Got a man, that's legal. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 11 yards and a Panther 1st down.
What an intelligent play as he found open grass and uncovered quickly. A nice clutch play to move the chains. The defense, they've got to do a much better job of accounting for these shorter routes.
They run here with Dowdle. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That was Terrell Bernard navigating his way to the backfield and dropping him for a loss. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Looking to throw, Young. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal.
To me, there's nothing like watching rookie effort in the NFL. So excited to be there. They're going to give you the max on each and every play, aren't they?
Well, he proved himself on that catch, that's for sure.
I think he may have proved himself to the point where he's going to get a 2nd here.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
At the 8-yard line.
Young now. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Darnell Washington, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And they're able to add on to their advantage.
For good reason, quarterbacks wanted to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Ryan Fitzgerald now to add the extra point. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter.
Makes the score Panthers 10.
So that drive spanned 5 plays. And the end result, a Panthers touchdown. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Now a first carry for the brother of Dalvin. It's James Cook.
And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
At the 36-yard line.
They run it again with Cook. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bills shaken up on the play. They'll come up now 3rd and 3. To the air. Allen. He's got his target. That's complete. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Brandon Cooks. 64 yards. And the Bills have cut it back within a score. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
And Tyler Bass on for the extra point attempt. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it ends in a Buffalo touchdown. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Panthers now set to take over offensively. And they are over 500 for the season, 4-3. They got back above 500 with a victory last week. And, Charles, you think this is a very important week for them, do you not?
I certainly do, because when you start to do the math, and yes, I'm using my fingers to count. If you're 4-4 at the midway point, let's say you're saying 10 wins is your cutoff line for a playoff berth. It's usually right around that number. A loss here, all of a sudden you've got to go 6-2 down the stretch just to reach 10 wins. That means this game is vital.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Here's Young from the shotgun. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Young. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. But certainly not an ideal first quarter for him. Remember, he lost the fumble earlier, and here he ends up on the ground with a sack.
And sometimes what happens when you make a mistake early, you get too cautious going forward. Just cover up the football and take care of it and be able to cut it loose. Otherwise, your offense is going to stall.
Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return.
And the Bills are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Allen.
Got it complete to Khalil Shakir.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
And you're starting to sense the momentum possibly changing just a little here. You get the touchdown in your previous drive, then you force a punt, and now this is a good positive play here to start this drive. And you can just sense the tide starting to turn here in a one-score game.
Now they run the sweep as Allen just pops this forward.
Yeah, not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 24-yard line.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Wide open receiver complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Cook. Going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 3.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense. I think in the future, if you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Cook will get down close to the goal line, but not in, as he'll be marked down at the 1. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. The Bills with a football as we start quarter number 2. As they'll see what they can do on 3rd and goal. They'll run for it with Cook. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what?
Oh,
right?
yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense.
And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown.
James Cook, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bills take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6. So that, Charles, a big decision there on 4th and goal, and it works out.
And that is an example of a coach who's confident in his team. He didn't look at it as a gamble at all. He looked at it as belief. Great starting field position. Let's go ahead and deliver, and they do.
Pass on for the extra point.
And that makes it 14-10. So this drive spans 7 plays.
And it was James Cook capping all of that off with a touchdown run. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Panthers offense and their big play wideout getting ready to get back to work. And he's been a consistent force offensively all season. Currently ranked amongst the best in the NFL in terms of receiving touchdowns. Throwing, Young. That one complete to Ligon. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
To throw, Young. And quick throw here, that's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 11 yards and a Panther first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
First down. First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Here's a 2nd and 9 now from the 29. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The Panthers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Young. And this is going to be incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. Does the big boy have the juice? And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A great play there. 60 yards. And the Bills take the blocked field goal and convert it into 6 points. So the problem's really starting to add up now. I mean, they try the field goal in an effort to get a little bit closer, but the block and return make the situation worse.
I like what you just said there. Just trying to get a little bit closer. I think mentally, that's why they were doing it, because really the 3 wasn't going to do them a whole lot of good. But they feel better about themselves now. They feel exponentially worse.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game.
Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. The last time they had a little bit of a special teams breakdown. That field goal was blocked.
Yeah.
Oh, and now some space to operate. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 38. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
That is caught. And he is going to have a Panthers first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
Well, they've certainly gotten him involved in this first half, and on third down, they looked his way again. And what a delight for his quarterback to find him and keep the drive moving.
Out of the gun, it's Young. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28.
More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Under pressure, and they got to him again.
Gregory Rousseau
In there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on third down following 2 negative plays.
That's to the sideline and incomplete.
Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play.
Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
And this one is right through. And that'll make this an 8-point game. So a good kick that time, and that might help to get the negative thoughts out of the mind from that earlier block.
Especially since this was not a chippy, so he had to get that one out kind of low. But his line does a nice job of protecting, and he's able to convert for 3.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
Complete on the comeback route, that's Shakir.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 27 yards there, a first down.
That last throw moves him past 27,989 yards for his career, so that means he moves ahead of the blonde bomber, Terry Bradshaw, on the all-time list.
And boy, he loved to throw it downfield, didn't he? That's why he was the blonde bomber. Remember, he threw it downfield to John Stallworth and Lynn Swann. It was gorgeous. Big throws, big plays. Terry Bradshaw.
2nd and 9.
Again, it's Cook. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory.
This now a 3rd and 4.
So the shotgun snap to Allen.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 28. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime.
So 2nd and 4 from the 22.
Now Cook running right. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Now Allen. This will be caught at about the 5. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Allen going to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, He's got second and third down to fall back on.
Throwing now is Allen. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Khalil Shakir, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Bills go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now. A 10-play drive that time. And it was all polished off with a Khalil Shakir touchdown catch. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And he cannot get away, and Young will go down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. From the shotgun, it's Young. He's going to float this one deep right side. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. A 40-yard punt, given 3 on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills going to take over now late in this first half. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. Now he fires deep for Shakir. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Now a 2nd and 10. Now Allen. Oh, tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10.
Following the interception, Young. No, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Leads to 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Allen. Shakir hauls it in. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
From the gun, it's Allen. 20! And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. To throw, it's Allen. Yeah, he's got it. That will signal in a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play.
Another Bills. 1st down. 1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
CD, when he went to throw that, I'm not sure if he just didn't see where the defense was. Whatever the case, not the throw you're looking for on 1st and goal.
Not at all, because, look, let's face it, that close to the goal line, if you throw an interception, is going to hurt on any down. But really, the only down you can kind of live with is if you do it on 4th down. The first 3, if you don't have it wide open, just get rid of it. Make sure they can't get it.
Our trip around the NFL starts now. We begin at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. The Chargers at home to take on the Minnesota Vikings. And this is Jordan Mason. He'll find an opening and take it in. A 6-yard rushing touchdown. The Vikings get their 3rd win as they come away with the victory. From there, it's off to Atlanta. Let's look in on the Falcons. They're playing host to the Miami Dolphins. And look out, it's the Cheetah, Tyreek Hill. He makes the big play to kick off the scoring. This one of his 2 touchdowns so far. This one's gone to halftime with the Dolphins with a 10-point advantage, 24-14 the score at the break. Last but not least, let's go to Baltimore. The Ravens hosting the Chicago Bears. And it's the 2nd-year signal caller, Caleb Williams. A 17-yard touchdown pass. This one's now at the half, and it's the Bears with the lead at the half. And with that, a look here at the rest of the action in Week 8 around the NFL. Meanwhile, in our game, it was a competitive, hard-hitting first half. We expect more of the same going forward as we send you back out to the stadium with Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They've reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
and they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Here's Cook again. 40 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Allen off the play fake.
Has his man, it's Shakir.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 23 yards on the play.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
First down, here's the run with Cook.
And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here.
Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Davis. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
From the 29, here's 2nd down and 7.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
I like what they tried to do there. Tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he could make some yards after the catch and pick up a first down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
The kick by Bass is good.
And the Bills will add on to their lead.
Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
And it's a pretty good return here as they'll get this up to the 29. The Panthers offense and Bryce Young headed back onto the field. He had the touchdown.